That man. So I figured I'd jump on and stream for a little bit since I haven't streamed in a while. Quite a while. I've been really busy with doctor's appointments and a bunch of other stuff. I'm a little ill at the moment. I don't know what's wrong. It's not like go to the hospital kind of pain, but it's like I'm definitely not feeling great. But I haven't been on in a while, so I figured I'd hop on for you guys, so I want to leave you guys completely. Anyway, as of this moment, well, first off, say hi to Tigger. That's what fluff is right here. Tigger is currently sitting on my mouse, so if my movements are a little iffy, that's why. Basically, what's going on today is this month I've decided to go around with islands mods, and the one I'm doing right now is one where I started on an island. Now I have a mod installed that it's called the Ruin mod, and it adds different sized ruins. I have really OP armor, starting armor, and so why that did 0 damage to me. Otherwise, those two would have taken out 2/3 of my shields. Anyway, essentially what we got going on here is a bunch of random ruins try to spawn on as many of the chunks as they can. And then from here, like, I have all these bonus sources, I guess, to start building with. It's also in the way. Now, something interesting to note about all this stuff is it's not on my team. So I can't just pick it up. And I can't build over them. Yeah, literally, I have to by hand pick up everything. That part's going to be a little annoying. On the flip side, though, it's kind of another head start, because if you look at it, pardon me guys, let me check out all this stuff. A lot of these ruins have really good technology already here. Like, for example, I can come over here and collect a whole bunch of blue arms, even though I've done nothing. I've built nothing, and I'm already building blue, or I've already recovered blue arms. Recover a bunch of labs. Those are very expensive. Where's the other stuff? I can recover a bunch of that are already built. That saves me time. Oh, in the meantime, set this guy down there and let him go to town. Let's see. There's a specific type of ruin. Here, hold. Yeah, there's fish in that one. Specific type of ruin, and I don't think I started with any of them. That one has a little bit of resource in it. That one has a little bit of resource in it. What else do we got here? That has landmines in it. I love that, huh? Alright. Now, something to note. I'm starting off on a relatively small island. And this island has very limited resources. Now, kind of the basis of this world is I am an energy heavy, like a power heavy civilization, okay? I have very advanced technologies compared to normal Factorio, okay? I have some extremely advanced technologies that I can use at my disposal to build some pretty stuff. For example, one of my mods is the dark matter replicators. Basically, the idea is you research resources, and over time you start being able to build medium to late game, or early medium to late game items in these matter replicators using only power. Now, it's a fairly high amount of power. Like, for example, let's say I wanted to replicate like a nuclear warhead, okay? That would take like 2 hours to build one. And it would take 10 megawatts of power, I'm pretty sure, the entire time while it was building. It would be 10 megawatts of power for 2 hours. But it's pretty, some of it's pretty expensive. It is an option though, and it complements the money stuff pretty well, because something I might end up doing a little bit of, I might end up doing some power selling to buy low-level and intermediary products. I'm not going to go to town with a lot of the buying stuff, mainly because they're really powerful, and I don't want to way overpower this game. Oh, another thing that helps to balance it out very well, and it does, I hate it. one of the pieces that I have is one of the mods I have installed makes it so that when an enemy or the enemies on the map, they don't evolve normally. Instead, the enemies evolve based off of me. So every time I research a new technology, the aliens evolve a little bit more. So by the time I'm hitting the late game stuff, the enemies, even though like let's say I have
So I just realized that my headset was like turned super down, so I didn't hear a word.
I just realized something. Option. Oh, is it? Let's see. Save. No. Load.
What's trying to do?
Hang on 1 sec. Save. Quit. Play. Load. Here we go. This one. March 18th Islands. Oh, but I don't think it'll still let me.
What's the issue?
I'm not sure. Because I was going to tweak a couple things. First off, no pollution. We have Rampant on, so as soon as enemies are around, they will attack us. We don't need pollution. They will attack us. I don't have to worry about evolution as far as the factors go, because it's all science related. That one doesn't matter. Expansion, sure, why not? Makes it that much harder to roll new lands once we move out to them. Cool thing about islands is you can build really cool train systems, because I have beautiful bridges installed. It lets me send my bridges across the water. Pretty cool. Anyway, starting area is going to be medium. This stuff I'm not super worried about. Resources, we're going to go very low, big, regular, basic setting. It's supposed to be an islands that's edited. Thank you very much. Grain settings don't matter. Resource. Want very low. Big. Generate. Sadly, that map is going to be wrong. The one on the front picture because I tweaked it. Sorry. I had my hair cut today, and because of it, the cat hair has been insane. I don't know how I feel about this one. This one is really good as far as having a peninsula that I have to defend. One enemy base on the mainland. Whole island with one choke point. This forces me to have some level of early defense versus just able to.
I mean, it looks like fun.
Where's stuff at? Got iron down there. That one and that one there. We got. We have Enema there and copper here. Sure, what the heck? What, is there only one landmine in that? Alright. Now, on the flip side, one thing I want to know, though, is we got some type stuff, we got some of that stuff, we have some of those. There, some there, that's good. What I was gonna check is see if I had a resource or resource deposit in my starting area. Doesn't look like it. Nope. A resource deposit looks like a resource deposit essentially looks like a all that a bunch of buildings full of or a little walled off area full of crates, resources in them. Pretty cool. Now this world is going to be pretty rude right off the bat, so we're gonna have to prep for an attack immediately.
Would you like to open it up to land?
If I have one. I'm looking for some hopeful stuff to start off with, and I don't see it. The one that I would have liked to have is already have a steam engine, a couple steam engines to go along with that. Don't have that. Instead, we have a bunch of drills, 3 starter drills. Ow, that was a mine. Let's come up here. Pardon me, guys. Yep, everybody shoot me up. Work on all of the. This is some pretty powerful starter material. Yeah. That first enemy base here gotta be dealt with quickly. Have to deal with that quickly. There's a choke point over there we have to take over. Let's do this. We're gonna throw down there. Then we're gonna use our current starter bots. Pardon me, I forgot to hit alt. There we go. Kitty. My cat's hairs keep getting into my thing here. Okay. Take what power or what wood we can. Fish by accident. Oh well. Now, like I said, we're a very think of this playthrough as a race from a big game like Civilization or something, where it's specifically catered to certain technology, certain abilities. This one in particular is based around power. I have a lot of I bypass science production altogether. What technology? That's what I want. All of my technology is timed. So it takes power, but it takes more power most of the time. And then I can build and buy mediary items using power. There's a lot of cool stuff I can and can't do with this, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, so from that, we did get our hands on a couple of these guys. Really need iron, huh? That. But what we'll do is we'll literally just grab 2 of our way over there. Bit of a run. Am I able to hear you?
Can you hear me?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Apparently you can. Hello.
I am not able to hear you. Mainly
Okay.
because I don't have my earbuds in. Oh. Oh, there's a person on the line.
Yeah.
I didn't have my
I've
earbuds
been here for a while. Yeah, I've been chatting with you. You just completely
Ignoring
threw
you?
me off. Well, the thing is, you were when you were setting up your game. At one point, you're like, "Hold on 1 second." As I started saying something, so it sounded like
I was
you
listening.
heard me. So it's like okay, and every time I try and talk to you, it's like, "Hello, are you there, Cagorathe?"
He keeps pushing me off.
That was kind of sad. You want to open it up to
Oh, it's already open.
public?
It's already open.
This? Huh.
Sure, it's already open. We are live.
I must have searched for it just before you
Oh, hang on.
opened it up.
Double check. Actually, maybe it's not. Play multiplayer host. Oh, wait. Now it's live.
Nice.
Alright, it's live. Anyway, I'm a little ill, so I apologize if I'm not my normal self.
Okay, so you added EndgameCombat, Pitch Black, and Yuki.
I added
and-
Pitch Black?
Yeah, it shows Pitch Black as one of the things you have.
Oh, Pitch Black makes it so that the enemies prioritize attacking at night.
Ah, that's pretty cool.
During the day, they essentially leave you alone, and then at night, they massacre you. Alright, so essentially what I've learned here, I need... Oh, kitty. You guys can't see it, but there's a cat right here. Like, this is his tail. Like, don't touch me. Cat right here, and his tail's poking. Alright, I'm gonna... Okay, we're Oh, I didn't have any starting iron or copper ore. For all my stuff that spawned in, I didn't get any of them. Wow, I'm... Alright, so I'm not sure what's wrong with me. Essentially what happened is I had an MRI done yesterday on my hip. And during this MRI, there were certain tones that happened that would blare, or sounds that would happen. When they would happen, my stomach, like my abs and all the muscles in my stomach and my intestines and everything would like shake, visibly like shake during those tones. I don't know what the deal was, but ever since then, my intestines and my stomach have been killing me. I don't know if they just turned up something, or if it like actually like hurt me. I don't know. All I know is I'm like, my gut is really achy and in pain. In fact, here, I think I have pain med right here. Pop a pain med. It'll take me an hour for it to kick in, but once it kicks in, hopefully it'll help. Just an Excedrin.
Goddamn druggy.
Only the light stuff. The hardest drugs I do is Excedrin. Oh, and prune juice.
You and your freaking prune juice, man.
Technically, I never finished that one I had. Kitty, can I put your tail down? Thank you. Can I get you toes over here? No? Alright. No harm in asking, right? My cat's like, no. That's really funny that you were trying to get a hold of me. It's actually really funny.
I'm pretty sure your stream could probably hear it.
I heard nothing. It wasn't until you popped into chat and you're like, "What's up?" And I'm like, "What?" That was the first time I was like, "Oh, someone might be paging." I'm already noticing a few major problems we have with it. It's a good little island, there's a fun little choke point. We got screwed as far as early starting stuff. I mean, we got a ton of science labs. We need like 6 max early game. We don't need this many. This is way too many. And then there could have been at least one storehouse full of like ores. That would have kept us running for a while. Get any of that. Main one being copper. We got no copper ore.
Nah.
Slows us down a little bit. I also would have been on earlier today. I was planning on streaming here, but I ended up getting distracted by a couple that were going on.
Yeah, because like everybody's talking about, oh yeah, you know, what are we gonna do tonight when we get on, and talking about getting on, and I got on, and that one Josh guy got on too, and everybody, like, nobody else got on. It's like, okay guys, that's cool.
And Josh, and that was it.
Yeah. And then I had to go help my wife with some stuff after that.
Yeah. I've had so many doctor's appointments. I've had a doctor's visit last week. Why I haven't streamed in forever. Because I've been busy with medical stuff. I have more coming up. I have a medical appointment tomorrow. I won't be streaming tomorrow afternoon. Likely not. Tomorrow is the day that I get to find out if I'm getting a hip surgery. tell you what though, I thought that hip for the MRI was gonna kill me. It hurts so bad. So painful. That. Oh, the other one, which I'm not watching right now, but I'm gonna watch it tonight after I stop streaming, is they're doing a Back to Warcraft. And what they're doing is they've announced, Blizzard has announced they're redoing, or they're actually going to start releasing patches for Warcraft 3.
Sounds like fun.
They apologized, and why they weren't releasing them earlier was because a little thing called StarCraft Remastered came out, and there was a crap ton of bugs and fixes that needed to go down with that. Spent a lot of time doing that, and Warcraft 3 got thrown on the back burner. They said they're not going to announce anything right now for like a Warcraft 3 Mastered, but based on the information that was given by the designer or whatever, the lead guy who's hosting it, I get the feeling that there is going to be.
Cool.
I hope so, because Warcraft 3 was amazing. One of their patches that they did made it so that instead of it being a 4x3 game, it's a 6x9 game. Just like with the other one, they're splitting it so that they're making it so instead of you having the 2 black bars on the side, 2 little square patches of nothing, and it's a full screen. Pretty cool. Already there's a ton of cool stuff about it. Like yesterday when I was watching, right at the beginning, there was a solid like 20,000 people watching. I was like, wow, big turnout. Now, we have some early game and medium game fences that we can do. Those barbed wires that you saw, Schroeder, those are all on option.
Yeah.
And they're actually fairly good.
I will be right back. My settings got all screwy and everything was like horribly pixelated. Like the resolution went to like nothing.
Anyway, hi everybody.
Hi.
Alright, now we already have a few labs. Run over here and go lab. Let automation finish. Actually, let's do turrets first. I have plans to do a very early attack to take over our island. If you look at it, our island has a little peninsula connecting it to the mainland, or connecting it to who knows what. We don't know because our are around us. So essentially, I'm hoping to build a wall right there, block enemies out. Give us a nice little gate to defend ourselves.
There we go. Now I can start streaming. Things are a little bit better and my audio's actually working.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. I slept horribly last night. I've taken like 4 baths because when I take a really, really hot bath, that's the only time I can't feel it. In a hot bath. Means this is probably going to be a fairly short stream. I guess it'll only be like an hour and a half, and then I'll have to get off and go hop in the tub. My stomach hurts so bad.
Alright, so do you have a wall and stuff in place yet for the peninsula?
So, if you want to start harvesting walls and get ready to set that up, feel free.
Yeah, I can do that.
At the moment, we don't have power.
A little bit better. My audio is kind of screwy. I don't know what happened to my settings, but they got kind of screwy.
Okay, I have an assembly machine to making ammunition. Because if you look to the left, there's 2 bases on our island, way over in the corner. And so my plan is to build a couple turrets, and then go displace them. Plan to kick those 2 alien groups off of our planet, or off of our island.
Yeah, I seem to have found the aliens. I didn't realize that they were this close.
Oh, it's buildings. That's building. That's like, yeah, that. It's one of those. Now, I disabled the zombie mod that I was originally trying out.
Yeah.
It wasn't nearly the turnout I thought it was going to be.
Oh, it just didn't work as well?
The issue was, it was very, a little too excited. Like, it made the enemies really, really nasty. Like the mechanics that it brought to the table was very aggressive. That's what we were seeing in the early game last time, where we had to immediately wall ourselves in.
Yeah.
And then, which is fine. I mean, I don't mind aggressive enemies. But as soon as they hit tier 2, I couldn't kill them. I had 3 turrets full of ammunition, and they just sat there, unable to do anything. I was just like, oh, and so three medium biters walked up to my gate and tore through 2 layers of reinforced barbed wire and layers of wall and 3 turrets, and just kept walking through my base. I'm like, 3 medium biters completely destroyed my base. I was like, okay, that mod's a little overpowered. Especially because I hadn't researched anything. I hadn't done anything yet, and they immediately kicked my butt. I was like, oh, okay. Now, interestingly enough, because we're technology driven as far as our enemies and our combat goes, kind of keeps us honest. Oh, I actually wasn't gonna wall right here. I was gonna wall further down, because I'm about to kill these 2 bases.
Oh, okay.
It's also doing that thing where it says construction interrupted by alien forces. Wow, they are chewing up that tower. They're fast. Are you noticing that?
Yeah, I noticed that they swarmed me at one point, and I almost died.
And with your armor. I don't understand the interrupted by alien forces thing that we're dealing with here. Like, I try to place a gun down, and an enemy spawns where I tried to place it.
If you utilize the really far reach, you can do it.
Well, let me. This construction interrupted by enemy forces.
That's a little bit concerning.
It means you can't tower creep, is what it means.
Oh, that's probably what it is. That if you're within a certain, stop it.
Which is stupid, because it's a legitimate strategy. The fact that they're just like, screw tower creeping, it's like,
yeah,
okay.
Makes me a little bit sad. We almost have it. Just about there.
Good thing we have good armor.
Yeah. Oh god, can you imagine doing this without our OP early game armor? That'd be silly. Oh, it actually drops stuff again.
Well, it's because it drops alien tissue. It is necessary for one of the searches, which allows... Well, actually, it's not necessary because I have a mod that makes it so it's not necessary. But basically, alien tissue is used for the late game combat, and it allows you to upgrade your defenses so they auto heal themselves.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a certain percentage of health every of a tick or whatever. So many ticks. So, pretty good. Oh, man, this is slow going with. Oh, I'm out of ammo. I will melee you down. Will only take 150. Oh, you gave me ammo.
Yes.
That's boring. I was having fun meleeing. Okay. Now, ultimately, the alien flesh doesn't matter because it doesn't do us any good.
So where are you thinking with this?
This is what I was hoping for.
How far down are you?
Not too far. Not initially. I'm thinking
I'm kind of poking.
far up.
Oh, it's just an island.
Oh, it is?
There's nothing else here.
It is just an island?
Yeah. There's nothing else here.
Oh, we have secured our island now. Hey, that works. At least that'll keep those two bases from becoming a nuisance later on.
Yeah.
Right here has some... That guy. Splitters are always welcome. They're expensive early game items. Alright, Schroeder, run through this.
Run through what?
Run through this.
Lost my health.
All your shields and half your health.
I've got...
It's like you ran through a landmine field.
Yeah,
crazy.
I have about half the box like that holds like the first inventory thing. I've about half that box left. Is all the health I had left. I almost actually died.
Nice. You missed one of the mines, otherwise you would have died.
Yes.
Sadly. Otherwise that would have been really funny. But anyway.
That would have been a heck.
We are crazy. Yeah, I'm crazy.
Yeah, we are.
Thank you for
we
noticing.
are insane. Ooh, look, rails.
Found rail?
Yeah.
Chain gunner, huh? That's what you're researching? If you're gonna prioritize something weird, prioritize the tenement utilization.
The hell?
Ew.
I don't know. Oh, it's probably because I walked over a landmine while my construction robots were doing stuff.
Oh yeah, you did. Look, here's the hole. Did you just lose half of your bots to that?
I lost about 25 of them. 26. 26 bots out of my 100. So a quarter of my bots are gone now.
Wow. Smooth.
That makes me kind of sad.
Alright, now that we've secured our island, we can now do whatever the heck we want with it. Anyway, so your job to accept, which congratulations for accepting, your job is to destroy everything.
So what I've been doing?
Yeah, essentially. Rip everything down.
Gotta get that UPS back.
There's a sleeping footy tab right here on my
Like everything, like walls, everything.
Yep, tear it all down. And cool thing is, when we just finally decide to start expanding to other islands, we're gonna be doing it with the rails.
Woo!
Did you do another landmine?
I thought they were all in. I only lost 4 that time.
Is it because you're ripping up the trees? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, because I can't see half the stuff in an area, so I'm ripping up the trees before I go in there to get rid of stuff. I wonder if are my robots? No, okay, they're not setting up on the landmines.
See, one thing I wish that they had a little more AI-based purpose. Like having you look at these bases and everything, they're pretty cool. They're pretty decent. it'd be really cool to see more of those kinds of things. Like in the base game, like have actual bases that, like for example, this was something I mentioned I think yesterday, having just like one of these that had a tiny little infinite patch of iron, and have it be mining it and having it dump the iron out, turning it into ammunition, and then its guns, and have there be like kind of like a diplomatic kind of thing where it's like you can either become friends with them and then they'll like gift you resources, or you just wipe them out and take over their little infinite patch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That'd be really cool. Oh, that was a landmine. Lovely. Come on. Half my shields, or 2/3 of my shields. Exciting. Now something fun is if we look here, we only have 139,000 coal. So where I am a electricity-driven race, an electricity-driven empire, you could say, I have the ability to build like wind turbines, create power, and do. We could actually build coal.
The only stuff that you've placed down is over there in your power generation area, right?
Yeah.
You haven't put any, okay. Make sure.
So you can rip up pretty much everything.
Cool.
If we can get a nice steel chest or something, we'll set it up for you to dump all your stuff.
I mean, there's iron chests and stuff that I've been grabbing.
Now, something to note is if you look here, labs that we're picking up are very power heavy. 900 kilowatts. Very expensive. Yeah. The tenement mod thingy that I was mentioning earlier, that guy used a 60 watt kilowatt. I think they're much more efficient. Much more efficient. I think we literally need steel steel engines, and then we can get our wind turbines level 1. I just want to get the very first tenement utilization up. Start. Oh, brings me. I want to put this guy here. That tenement is very valuable, very important. We have another patch down there.
I kind of want to leave the turrets just because they follow you around.
You can leave them.
And you can like hear them thinking angry thoughts at us.
Can't stop us, but they're ticked. They would shoot if they could. Might need to text my one buddy tomorrow and camp. My one buddy and I were gonna go get some lunch, but I'm not doing it. And chances are I'm gonna spend the rest of the night either sitting here playing this or upstairs watching a movie on my phone while I cry in the tub. Busy about how I'm doing. I'm just like vehicle depot? Absolutely not.
What? I mean, why wouldn't we do the AI miners and stuff like that? I mean, look at all the resources we can automate.
I want steel. That crap can wait. Alright, kitty, you can't push your... Cat's pushing against my hand on the mouse. I'm like... being shoved over. I'm actually really curious to see what the doctors say tomorrow. Alrighty, here we go. This is going to be interesting because there's about 1,000 different ways.
Oil.
Found oil.
Yeah.
Oh.
Underneath these assembly machines.
Nice. For yield. 453. Bad.
I mean, it's something.
Mm-hmm.
Tenemats.
That's gonna be my favorite. Tenement.
That's the one that you use, like essentially that and like power to just create stuff, right?
Yep.
The replication chamber or something.
Yep. You're okay. So I'm kind of splitting the workload here. Crane stuff, Schroeder. That's on you.
Yeah.
Okay. Resource harvesting is ultimately going to be on you.
Okay.
Okay. Harvest it, put it in boxes for me.
Cool.
I am going to focus on the tenement and then the other new mod.
The Yuri or Roki or something like that.
Yeah, it's like NpUtils where it's way too complicated, but it adds some very powerful stuff. But, alright.
Cool. And do we still have NpUtils, or did you?
Nope, it's there too.
Say, cool.
It's still there. Lost and Thermo both like NpUtils, so I'm leaving that. If you actually look at this N4 stuff that I'm standing on right here, Schroeder.
Yeah, I saw that earlier.
The N4 and the F7 are both for that mod.
Okay. I figured that the new ores were for that, but I didn't know for sure. And so you're wanting pretty well everything harvested?
Yep.
Okay.
Woo. Even if we end up with just random warehouses full of the special ores, or the 3 special ores, because we got the purple stuff, I don't know what to call it, the brown, and the yellow. If those 3 end up in random chests, that's just fine. Something you're gonna find is eventually one of the for the creation of the dark matter mod is it allows you to self-sustain if you like. We can get to the point where I can power generate gives us a lot of potential. I'm literally waiting on engine to finish. Once it finishes, and I can get. Oh, shoot. I'll have another thing done first. Yeah, for example, engine units are one of the items that I can build power.
Cool.
I can do electric. I can even do our robots. Eventually, I'll get to the point where I can just energy. The part that's really weird is how early it lets us have uranium. I mean, you can't really do anything with it. It takes like the second most advanced technology in the game to be able to use. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, the biggest thing with uranium is that, yeah, you want to harvest it early and start processing it to get the 234. Like, because it takes, because people like did some calculation. Yes, 235, not 34. They just it takes like 60,000 ish ore for you to get the 40 that's needed to then get more.
Start auto processing.
Yeah, so like it just takes a stupid amount. You want me to go ahead and start getting started with ore processing?
Yes. Now, as far as the purple and the yellow and the gray, I don't believe they have an immediate thing that we want to transform. Just harvest them.
Cool. Yeah, at the moment, I'm just going to be harvesting them and dumping them all to like a central location or something.
Oh, I also added the tree farm light mod.
Mm-hmm.
Allows us to have an infinite source of lumber.
Cool.
My boy, my cat just stood up in my webcam, and all you can now see is his token. Oh, bud. Block the webcam, huh? Or are you gonna hop down? Huh? You gonna go hop over on the couch? That's my boy. Gonna go curl up in a ball and go to sleep. Had enough affection. No.
I'm probably going to go through and grab all the walls later, but right now I'm just grabbing a lot of the major buildings and stuff.
Okay. The immediate thing I want the tenement for, that I can make the replication labs, which only takes 60 power instead of 900. So immediately that will up. Interestingly enough, their items run their power or run their labs didn't have it on electric. The Omnimatter or whatever the tenement.
Really?
Tenement, which is funny because their replicator labs can build and create more tenement. Once you have enough going,
So
it's an infinite combo where you build
that's pretty cool.
build a bunch of simple replicators, tell them to replicate the tenement, then you turn around and use the tenement to science. It's like this infinite cycle to power yourself. Solar is probably our earliest power option, but it does fluctuate, and I'm not 100% sure what drives that. Not 100%.
Is it actually based off of like different conditions and like time of day and stuff?
I think so.
It'd be kind of cool if it was like that, though.
Not based off of time, it's based off of one of the blocks or whatever, based on the numbers it's on or something, or the cycle it's on, kind of thing.
Okay. Let's see here. We end up needing you, and maybe you.
The main thing is just by swapping to the replication labs, it saves so much power. Alright, it's already prioritizing uranium. Want that? Let's prioritize.
Did we get any more electric mining drills, or you've been making those?
I've been making them. There was only 3 originally. I made the rest.
Okay.
Let's do wind turbines in, actually. Relatively cheap, relatively fast.
So
another interesting thing, I don't know if it was programmable vehicles that changed it or if the base mod changed. We can build engine units in our inventory now. They don't have to be built in a building.
really? That's kind of cool.
Yeah, super helpful.
Do need some copper.
Alright. Check out these dark matter labs. They're tiny. They're a 2x2 lab.
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't have tenement. Pardon me. Let's do tenement real quick. Tenement is one I want to have immediately. I'll probably build about 2 or 3 of these. Just doing tenement. Even though, like, if you look at our drill, like, I've got... thousand 400 tenement, like that. 3,300. Pardon me. I was off by 100. Only so good at math. One of the nice things that you'll see about the dark matter mod is we can build intermediary products with. So, like, we'll be able to say we're gonna have a simple reactor, and its entire job is to build, for example, iron sticks or copper cable. So instead of having to feed copper in with all the circuit production absolutely everywhere, trying to find a way to feed it in, really set it up where we can labs to do it automatically. It's way more expensive power-wise, like if you think about it, versus like processing it and then moving it. But it's like we can put it literally anywhere. Alright, let's get that coal.
He's out of my way. I'm beating this turret to death.
You're an animal.
Yeah, well, they're in my way, so. So I'm planning on having like our resources be
Watch this.
processed just up here.
Watch this.
Nice.
Our turrets will prioritize the enemy turrets.
Nice.
Well, we can already start making uranium ore.
Cool.
Our power. We're about to finish wind turbines, and I'll start working on turbines. Because if I do wind turbines immediately, I can immediately take us off of coal with this power. Which would be nice, because it... I have pollution turned off because Rampant is turned on. Enemies will attack whenever possible, just because they can. You actually need to push... Oh, hey!
And really turning off pollution gets rid of one more thing that's taking up like system memory and stuff.
Right, which is helpful for you. For some weird reason.
Yeah, I don't know why it's like that, but yeah. Speed discharge death quick.
Flag, synthetic, universal composite, quality A2, endless possibility, direction, very high value. Made in some machine that I don't know what it is. A Simoda Rector. So people understand this alien technology for atoms, but it works. Takes pressure, form an alien cell. Huh?
Don't need you. Also don't need you. Yeah. This will work, I suppose.
Iron and water. Okay, let's try that. A lot of this stuff is very, I don't know, not necessarily complicated, just very different. Okay. Can I build some can I build some wind to get us off of that? Oh. I need fire some. while you two are sitting here harmlessly, like for example, our wind, I just placed a wind with max power output of 1 megawatt. It's only doing 300 right now. 300 out of 1,000. Don't know why. Or durable. Charged it. Yellow. Crushed. Water. Alright, so washer, that guy. What a good looking building. I like it. Always purified iron. Go figure. Oh. Requires water that doesn't look like normal water, which is why I'm curious. I'm expecting it to say something. Oh, it's just water. Oh, it produces iron plus a byproduct. Nasty. You animal.
What?
Okay, is there some... Who's talking to you? Is there some...
Do you have any splitters?
A lot of splitter in undergrounds.
Yeah, any transport belts. There we go. That's the word for it.
Have some... One thing that I need that I don't have, not at this moment, is I need some way to store fluid.
I've got some storage tanks.
You have storage tanks?
Yes.
I need them.
I
put them in one of the chests and I'll come grab them.
I must have grabbed them back out on accident. Yeah, I thought I put them all in. But I hate it when I do that.
Alright, so grab a copper.
Don't want.
Okay, and then interesting, you have to place it first. Very fascinating. Where question on the table is, what is contaminated water? What can be done with it? Place that, or did you put down that iron somewhere? That ore?
No, I just picked the thing up. Yeah. There's some of it. I'm getting iron production up now.
Oh, the N4 is the blue stuff. Really? So you look at this and it's like gray or brown. When it harvests, it turns blue.
Really?
Okay, so I'm going to very quickly contaminate this. Yeah, I have purified iron. Oh, take water and the blue material, crush it. Let's try that next.
I'm being horribly inefficient with my pulls, but at the moment I just want these things to get power. I don't really care about efficiency.
A wood briquette? What the crap? Interesting. Wow. Okay. All right, let's try it. Let's set up.
And cool. So I just added a crap ton of stuff onto our power network, so it may be feeling it here soon. Yeah, it's feeling it.
What, your 16 mining drills?
Yeah. I mean, it lost power for a moment. Interesting. Where are you broken? Oh, here. There we go.
Reputation. Tech. Reputation. 300 or 200 nature sign. You one reputation, or it takes 25 technical sign reputation. So there appears to be a like a cryocurrency in this mod pack associated with the type of projects you do.
Really?
Yeah. And then the currencies are then a source of, I don't think power is the right word. Currency, I guess, is the correct way to put it. It is a currency. But the currency can be used to buy and unlock stuff, essentially. Go figure, it's the exact same crusher from a different mod. Figure. Takes fuel. Hey, well, just so happens I have fuel. Blammo! Let's do it. Power consumption. Not much. Crushed N4 or Duratol.
Let's see.
This thing, pellets. Pellets made using a OreCompress machine, which takes more steel than I am currently. No. Five more. Alright, so explain yourself. Have. Fine. Tell me about your technical fine. 25 and I can get a reputation. Reputation is made in some funky machine which I do not have yet. No. Where'd he go? Oh yeah, we need one of those too. 5 technical scene alien fuel cells. Interesting. Ah. Charged FC iron plates and N4. Make alien. Okay. Fuel value is 300 megajoules. Holy crap. But it takes charged FC. Charged FC, I've seen you before. You're needed by a pounder. Uncontained alien dangerous if you want. Oh, just eat it. There will be the next one. All. Okay, there's a pounder and a presser. Electric form presser. Okay, that requires resources I do not have. That just requires. Interesting. These currencies are very interesting to me. Or wood. That. But 4. Wait. Takes 1 to create 4. Creates 1. Holy cow! That is insane. Through this, okay, Schroeder. Through this one simple machine setup, I can take one piece of wood, which is one piece of raw wood, which is 4 megajoules for the power, right? I process it twice, and it turns into 40 megajoules worth of wood. That's
That doesn't seem fair.
10 times power. Well, something I'm noticing in general is that this entire mod pack seems to be very heavily driven by large power numbers, which to a certain extent scares me that there's going to be something really, really expensive in the future. You know?
Yeah.
Like, this thing takes a gigajoule to power. I'm going to be like, oh crap.
But hopefully by that time, gigajoule is.
Hopefully by then it's a minuscule amount, right?
Hopefully.
Form press. Let's see what our form press looks like. Oh, it's adorable. I want you to press. Oh, I see. In that case, let's scoot you over one.
Okay.
I want you to do that. An N4 Duratol pellet. And Asgard, whoever created this mod, English is not their first language. Dude. Okay, where are you at? One of the byproducts of one of the things I'm using is slag. Is a floor tile which gives 110% movement. So a byproduct
Nice.
is a floor plate, and that's not even its final form. Final form. We can process it more to make it stronger. So I'm like, all right. Here's what I'm learning immediately. I need a tree farm. How early can I? This is something that I know we need, and I can't. Oh, that one. Refined N4. Refined N4 is one of the building products I'm currently trying to get. Trying to process. Flag, we have packed wood. Technical sign. Oh! I have enough technical sign to get the one thingy, but I don't have a machine to build it in. It requires one building that I haven't even seen yet. I need. I don't see it. An energy building? Actually, iron 6. Wiring is fun. Huh. Oh, there you are. Happy New Year 2018. Make your wishes come for your life. Oh, nice. Cracking speed of 1. It takes orange stuff, or crack on, and Duratol structure element. I currently need... Okay, here's what I'm learning. I need an element replicator. I'm getting refined N7 right there as something that I can use dark matter to produce. It's cool. Oh, also, more solar while we're at it. Alright, little replicator. You can make N7 compressed or N4 compressed. You can also make slag. And pure carbon, or pure iron and pure copper. Okay, so I now have access to those higher tier things. No idea what any of them are for. That's okay. Someone said something over on Discord though. Hang on. Okay. You got Discord? My guess is it's a worm. I need to change Discord so that it doesn't make loud noises when I'm in the middle. Power-wise, 6 megawatts off of 4 turbines. Yeah, I don't know if it's our island or what, but those turbines are not doing well. Alright, that just unlocked rich dust. When we're about to get copper cake item. Oh, we have sulfur now. I can now do sulfur. I can do uranium-235, dude.
Nice.
It only takes 3 minutes per uranium too. You can also do toxic dust, which toxic and poison. Don't breathe it. Here. Let's prioritize that one. Exotic matter replicate. Duratol block. Duratol block is the next big thing I need. I don't have.
Spider activity remains very low. Yep.
Can't get to it. I'm essentially the mad scientist over in my little lab over here. But you give me time, man, and I will rock this place. Between my power output abilities, all kinds of other stuff, I will do terrifying things.
I don't doubt you.
Essentially what I'm going to try to do is oh, by the way, did I mention that this mod adds mechs?
Ooh.
Expensive as crap. That's one of the things we gotta work on. We have to get some, and they're expensive. Those will have to wait until eventually we will have mechs. Reminds me, I need some copper. Hey, copper. Dude, copper, where are you going?
That.
Is any copper over here? Hi.
I'm just sending all the materials over to where you are.
I was gonna say just like dump them into some warehouses right here.
Okay.
Just so that they're both processing. Ooh, yeah, give me all that.
You wanna make me some warehouses?
Yeah, give me a quick warehouse.
Or research some warehouses?
I want another element replicator. I want you to make N4 Duratol. Wow, 83 seconds per. Wow. Okay, so something to note. I have... Alright, so essentially this is how it works. Every time we go up a level of replicator, it either doubles or... it's either +1 or double. I think it's double. Or +2. I think it's 1 to 2, then it goes 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, I think. I'm not 100% on their crafting side.
Okay.
So, in the long run, we have some very powerful stuff we can do. It just is very slow. So, like, for example, these guys have a crafting speed of 2, and it takes 80-something seconds, so it's actually 40 seconds per make them. Alright, so now I got one. Warehousing is working on it. And I'm using the tenement to make dark matter scoop, allow me to make replication labs. Replication labs are going to be our science section. Doing it. Alright, what have we got here? Up to 39 technical sign and 26. Okay, apparently, if I get 500 nature sign, I can turn it into essentially a module that gives 80% efficiency.
Ooh.
So kind of annoying to get them initially, but like it takes a major investment of production to get one. But it's like, heck, for that kind of output, you know? And in general, I'm going to give me those. I'm going to continue to produce the briquettes, packed wood briquettes, because they one, they're 40 megajoules a pack. Holy crap! And two, I get two of the signs. Get one nature and one technical per. Yeah, I get one per. But I technically can run briquettes at a time. Alright, here's what I need. I need a... let's just go. That'll do. Alright. Over here. No time for that. Wait, that's gonna take a minute. Alright, you're making blues. Warehousing is still working on it. How's our power looking? Okay, fine. Still only at 1.6 for our wind. I read somewhere that at one point wind was determined based off of your pollution levels, which would suck because we're not currently polluting. But I also heard a different source that said something to the effect of the further into the game you go, more wind there is as a response to space, not just pollution. But I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if either one of those is correct or both of them or neither. Who knows? Who cares? Okay, here's what I need. I can't build a little. I need that. Okay. We're going to come right here. Crap. Yeah, wood. Get all that wood. Okay. Wood. then we're gonna do a something kind of like that.
Yeah.
I want to do a right, so steel chest in for wood. That way we'll always have a giant surplus of wood. Here we'll go. Oh. What's up here? Crap out of the way. Throw 3 of these guys. That close. That.
60 steel and 25 bricks.
That. That it goes underneath like that. Very fascinating. You see what this is?
Field. That's pretty cool.
They're tree farms.
Well, that's pretty neat. I like your gun turret here.
Don't you love him? He's like my bird in a cage. He doesn't really talk much, but he's always here when I need him. If I'm ever ticked at him, I can always blow him up later.
You know, I'm curious.
Yeah, check out these farms, man. These are tree farms. Oh no.
I'm like just legitimately curious. We can.
You can feed it and tell it to attack you. That's awesome.
Well,
so,
we can feed it and just keep turrets around that shit.
They're only doing 5 apiece. Stock, huh? Alright, you good sir. Cool. Okay, so essentially what we got going here, this is my Go Green farm right here. Okay. Basically, the trees grow on the land. As soon as they're done growing, they turn into wood in the crate. Got one there. So basically, as the trees fully grow, they will turn into wood. The wood then gets kicked back out. We'll here into this chest, but we'll have a steel chest full of wood. We'll then feed back into seeds, which will then keep this guy full to keep. And so essentially, we have a infinite
trees,
infinite wood. It's kind of slow, but when they harvest, like for example, each field is going to give approximately 350 per growth. But each growth is like 10 minutes, 5 minutes. It's a while, so it's going to be a bit. Hey, we're up to 11 Duratol. But we're making iron sticks. I don't want iron sticks. I want Recon gem.
Ooh, I need more of that.
Oh my. That one. And what I'll do is I'll just build a zillion of these element replicators across this edge here. And I'll have each one produce one of the main... that's like 3 or 4 pieces in. That way I don't have to waste time on them. Like for example, this guy is going to be... A dark matter scoop would be good, because then I could skip the tenement phase altogether. By doing the Duratol, I'm skipping Duratol chunk into Duratol into pellet brick. So I'm skipping like 3 cycles. What all this was, come find out. I take it, I crush it, I pound it into this. Then we turn around and take this, that. But instead, I'm using my dark matter to create it using energy. Mind you, each one of 600 kilowatts. So it's pretty expensive. Especially where our dang wind isn't worth anything. Bigger. How are my trees? Oh, they're so happy. I love them. Oh, I got more of you guys. Come here. Set up 2. But these guys don't use hardly any power. I'm now up to 1 megawatt with 8. Crap. That should keep them floating away. Oh, we're now making pipe. Pipe is actually not high on my list. Let's do fuel cell. 13 seconds for an 18 megajoule. Yeah, the power demands of this mod have got to be insane. That is such a low tier item. Gotta be insane. Holy cow. Oh. That one. Orange stuff. Orange stuff is most definitely one of the items I want. Okay. I just realized as I was building my wood farm here, I realized as the wood farm was being produced that I needed to wood. Because this guy here, producing wood briquettes, are then being processed into... wood briquettes into a packed wood briquette. That's right. And then from there, these suckers have a crap load of fuel value. No idea what would require 40 megajoule power. Yeah. But I'm also getting nature signs and technical signs that are needed to produce some higher tier stuff. Like for example, there. Where's it at? The armor suits, which so far, oh no, there. The armor suits require a lot, like 25,000 technical sign, build the biggest robot, plus 20 reputation, and each reputation takes 25. That's kind of expensive. And it takes 900 seconds. Holy crap.
Jeez.
And fuel cell C's take 1 reputation. 10 gigajoules of power. That's 25 technicals. Gives you a 10 gigajoule. Holy crap.
Unlimited power.
Unlimited power. Yeah, that's kind of where we're getting to. It's gonna be pretty gross here pretty quick. How's everybody doing? Okay, that looks good there. Making stone bricks. Stone bricks are actually something I just want. Let's get to
There.
ancient data fragment. You guys be nice to each other. The cats are getting into a fight.
Nice.
Okay. Liquid Unicomp A2. Synthesized universal composite quality A2. Endless possibilities for reconstruction. Very high value. That's cool. No idea what it is, but that's cool.
Cool, man.
Cat 28. FT Cat 30. Catalyst. I'm trying to decide if this guy actually designed this off of an actual like chemical setup from somewhere, like Russia or somewhere far. Like if it's their actual names for the actual elements and not saying the name, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's one of those or if he just blew smoke on all of this. But whatever it is, it's like some of the stuff is pretty legit. Holy crap. Steam overheater. Overheats input steam up to 1,000 Celsius.
Jesus.
Energy consumption 6.8 megawatts with an efficiency of 70%. Gotta have a dang good boiler to be able to handle that. Obnisk AM1 1950. Your reactor. Oracle. We have now an advanced version of on a generator. And energy consumption 27 megawatts. Wow. 90% efficiency though. I like efficiency. Unpowered Sterling. Better efficient.
Let's do it.
Here, make me one of those. I want to see what. It's got to be something tiny, like a 1 square thing, because. Okay. Here. Conductive wire, basic machine frame, plated heat exchange, Sun-powered sterling. Oh, that's pretty dang big.
Okay, so
Yes, Lost, we have new mods.
ooh,
I don't
Yeah.
understand. Better
Lost,
efficiency
some
through
Discords.
concentrated sun heat. Right, I get that. What I don't get is why it's so dang big, so low power. It's only 22 kilowatts. You know how many of these I would have to do something? I'd have to have like 1 million of them. And they're fairly fast. I'll give it that. Wait, are they used somewhere?
oops.
You called again? You're called a what? A sun-powered stir. Yep.
You- Outputting those. 2 more.
I think it's meant as an early solar. Ah. Master crafted miner. Makes holes in the ground and collects ore for you under a man. 1 electric mining. Holy cow, I'm looking at the resource department. Bigger master crafted miner. What's the difference? No idea what that is. 70 per second. That was 5.1. Maximum temperature 107. Crafted boiler.
Yeah, at least we got it's creating finally.
Label. Green energy.
So what's your plan for this base?
The idea is to build enough crap that we run out of space, and then we have to expand, forced to expand. And at that point, we end up having to start taking over new lands and pick off the natives. And then from there, we'll build what we can.
Spider activity continues to remain very low. Attacking and polluting them may provoke them.
Really?
Really?
Never would have guessed that. That, give me that. We're up to 63 nature sign. See, I'm still excited for, where is it? Nope, not you. This guy. Green Ultimate Product is what it's called. Takes 1 raw wood, 120 seconds, and 500 nature sign. Energy consumption, minus 80%. Oh my gosh. Would the nanite weapon I'm working on be useful? Are you talking about the cannon shell you're talking about? Or that you were talking about earlier? The thermonuclear artillery shells? Is that the one you're talking about? Wise. Mind you, we're still just starting to harvest. This is probably the first harvest there. Because each one of these, this is approximately 1,400. Is that right? 350 times 4? About, yeah. In theory, it's like half of the chest, or half of a thing. More than that, I think it's like gray goo for an area. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that could potentially be pretty slick. Alright, so you're now building those. You're now building those. You're an early form of solar power. Don't like the size of it, but all lamp limited range. Charged FFC. Did I ever build something that would let me do that one? Charged FFC is something I need. Ancient data fragments. Eight hiccups.
There you go.
Ooh,
I
Unicom.
made your steel.
Right now, spawners. 5 try. That's pretty legit. Lost. We'll have to check that out. Oh, charged FFC.
Oh.
Found it.
These look pretty freaking cool.
But the farms, just don't accidentally get stuck in. The trees totally are functional as far as like pathing and everything.
Yeah.
Like you can accidentally end up halfway in, and then you're like, how the crap did I get in here?
Well, and it looks like you can actually cut them down too.
Yep. Each one gives you 3 wood.
That's,
We're already
pretty
up.
neat.
Yeah, in theory, per cycle, per harvest cycle, each one of these patches will produce approximately 350 wood. So the potential is pretty good. Alright, so now we've got... Alright, let's do an ancient data fragment. And a unicom.
I don't know what you're saying. Cool.
You get the mod pack that I have. I actually don't have the mod pack as a download at the moment. I will have it later, though. Usually I have it before I stream, but I've been kind of ill, and so I didn't get it out earlier.
You have it most of the way.
Yes.
I think I had to mainly download like Pitch Black,
yeah, there's like 2 or 3 mods.
EndgameCombat.
Like 2 or 3 mods that are currently installed that are not in my current mod list. The current mod list is on the YouTube side. I don't... Hang on. My... he's old. Give me 1 sec. Drive. Oh, and then you have to take out the zombie mod.
Yeah.
Blam! And then... If I can... My thing. Blam! Boom! Turned myself. Hit. Why do they do that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Christopher, I can't say your name. Recipe? Is that how you say that? I feel bad for butchering it after you hosted it, man. Place.
That chair looks so comfortable. Thermo, this chair is so comfortable.
Thank you for the host, man. It means a lot. Even though I'm bad with names and I probably butchered yours. I'm sorry, man. Alright, this has to adjust. You... Grab a wood box. And we'll be going out.
You. There we go. Now I gotta make sure we'll say 2 stacks. 2 stacks sounds good, right, Thermo? Yeah, 2 stacks. That's good.
Okay. Good job. Build those. Oh, and 1 stack, please. Okay, that'll do that.
Yeah, you should join Discord. Like, you haven't been on very much lately.
I don't want to necessarily do heavy armor right now. Let's do it. Not found error 404. Say what?
What else is a basic thing that we should probably have automated? Really, I mean, eventually I'd like to just tear this whole thing down and create a main, like, bus line. But
Try that again.
I'm just too lazy.
It's supposed to be like you click on the link and it takes you. Try that again. Here it's going to be the exact same one. Exact same one.
Hello.
Hey, what's
Thermo!
up,
Hi.
You might have to wait on that link. I'm not 100% sure why it's doing what it's doing. My bad. Really need loaders because I need wood. Alrighty, wood. I need...
But yeah, Thermo, this chair is so comfortable.
Looks like it.
Especially because I'm just like tired from work. Like work this week has just been busy.
Hmm.
So it's like I'm like close to falling asleep right now.
Crap, that's not quite right.
Yeah, same. I'm very tired.
There's not long filtered inserters, is there?
No, I don't believe so.
Figure. Alright.
Well, what are you trying to do? We might be able to shenanigans it.
Well, I can do it, I just don't really enjoy it, so. That's still not gonna work quite that way either.
Alright, what you looking at doing?
Oh, I'm just gonna have to do it the boring way. I was gonna try and do it a fun way, and I can't. Move your tuchus, you're in the way. Thank y'all.
Interesting.
Alright, guys make... that. Now you guys are too close. You're stern. Alright, scoot over. Okay. Oh, it takes 8 wood per. Oh, okay, that's not it. Okay. It's not quite as overpowered as I thought it was, Rotor, initially.
Okay. Did you think it's like a 1-to-1?
I thought it was a 1-to-1 ratio. It's an 8-to-1 ratio. So it's still, you're still getting the benefit of 2, but it's not quite as overpowered. I was like, holy crap. What filter?
I'm curious what you're gonna do next.
Our job is to make that.
What are you gonna do to the little saplings?
You're in the way. Let's. Ah. The people are never where I need you. Okay, let's try that again. Name not working for me.
That was a bit robotic.
We'll have to figure it out later. At the moment, it's not working. I don't know. Oh, almost. You're wrong. Thus, we need that guy. Then that one won't have a place to output. I don't want this to be complicated. Guys are gonna filter. Kitty.
I just heard a cat.
That's my cat. It's what happens when my one cat wakes up my other cat. He's like, yo, bro, let's play. And the other cat's taking a nap, and he says no, and so then he tries to kick his brother's butt. Yeah. And that is what ensued. All kinds of unnecessary violence. There we go. Messy as crap to... Oh. Messy as crap to start, but it'll do.
So what are all these products?
Okay, so the packed wood briquettes are 40 megajoules a pop. The Technic sign and the nature sign are something that are used for late game high-tech stuff, which is a byproduct of a healthy percentage of the intermediary products. I'm gonna find out. You'll find an awful lot of the nature signs, the technical signs, the science signs. That's an industry, or not industry, what's the last one? Nature, science, merchant. Science, technic, merchant, and nature. Those are the 4 different byproducts that I can get. My different production stuff. Okay? And then as I produce them, they are a item that I can hold on to, and they have all kinds of awesome implications later on. Like the super mech I was telling you about. Yeah, I gotta have those to do it. Super mechs are gonna be neat. Up to 100 nature sign. And then one of my things, it's 500 nature sign plus a raw wood gives us 180% energy consumption reduction. Which I want, because I want to throw it on something nasty and be like, woo, as the energy plummets. They'll work out lovely for stuff like the top tier replicator. The top tier replicators take 10 megawatts per. If I drop one of those and then drop an 80% in one module on it, oh my gosh. And in general, it doesn't look like the nature sign has a whole lot of implications. Technical is everywhere. Like to make the robots, they all require technic. Mechanic, I think how it's ever.
That thing.
Yeah, a lot of
Red
them.
one.
Then they require reputation too. Requires. We'll see. It's all cool stuff we're gonna be building. Wherever to get there. 30 product. Science and question mark. 100 science signs plus 1 plus 5. Oh, rest of the. Oh, just red. Plus 32, minus 20 energy consumption. Wow. Some of these are really neat. Expensive as crap, but really neat. Just Technic takes 300 Technic sign per. Green modules, 2 speed modules. But you end up with plus 32, minus 20 consumption. Awesome combo. Minus pollution, plus energy, plus productivity. Hey, the minus 20 pollution almost makes up for the plus 27% energy. That increases. Pollution 7%. Not energy consumption. Interesting. Different. Still want an ultimate product. That's kind of what this whole purpose is for. Get enough green ultimate. Make it. Plus, the Technic sign is for absolutely everything. So where this is a wood-based project that is going to beast for me and those two. Might as well, right? Alright, what do we require? Orange stuff. What kind of stuff can we start building now that we have these? Oh! Build a Happy New Year. Nice. Interesting. 1800 seconds. Holy crap. Will give us a reputation. Or 900 seconds plus 25 technical. Do it. Okay, what's your power cut? Very low power usage that takes forever. Dude, come look at this.
What?
Look at this.
The fuck is that?
It builds reputation. Very, very slowly. It takes the Technic sign and turns it into reputation very slowly. Holy
That's
crap.
pretty cool. It looks like there's an upgraded version eventually.
Our very pain resistant version. Watch list. What the crap is that? Alright, random crap that I don't know what you do. You're going in this crate. I mean, it made me more Technic sign. Oh, by the way, give me the rest. I'm just going to let that run once, and then I'll probably throw it on the really expensive one and just... I'll build like a dozen of them and put them on the really expensive one and then just let them go. So... Cost 1, or produces 1 plus 10. Very cheap. Let's build one. Two. Bug hunters. Oh, sector scanning is very, very slow using that, but it's only 30 kilowatts of power, so who cares?
Why not?
Schroeder!
Yo.
Come here. In case this goes horribly wrong, I want you to be here. Okay, no, come here. Oh, it takes energy consumption. Alright, let's plug it in. Okay, no idea what it does.
Cool.
Cool. What's...
I'm glad I could be here to share that moment with you.
Thank you.
I
needed the moral support. I don't know what it did. I want a gun. High power lamp. Lighten up your area at high energy cost. Your definition of high energy and my definition of high energy are very different. Finding that out very quickly. Lachnan
Wait,
power and planet. Takes Lachnan. Lachnans take slag. Is Lachnan in here? Hey. Yeah, it is. Hot dog. What do I need? Oh. No, don't be dumb. No, it's not. Yeah. Lachnan, tell me about yourself. It's another name for you, Lachnan.
Did you name your bug?
Yes. Ah. Let's prioritize the Lachnan crystal. Can I name my bug? Here.
No, I was asking if you did name your bug.
Oh, that's Henry. Everyone needs a Henry in their life. Oh, Henry.
Right.
Cannot be crafted by hand. I'm gonna go out of my way and say that's kind of expensive. Feel the power, Kronk. Alright, you require a little bit of that. How much, to be precise? By 2. 15. Really, I need to just have like one of these at all times. Except for you guys are kind of expensive. You need to figure it out here.
Okay.
You guys only have one spot.
Are there any other weird materials?
Under technical, fine.
Copper, coal, nothing, stone, tenement. I've got that. Yeah, I suppose I'll go grab that one too.
Alright, well, how are we doing down here? Do that.
Alright, yeah, I'll do that one.
Ooh. Their performance finally jumped. Nice.
Woo.
Their performance is finally worth mentioning. Awesome. I love that. So proud of them, I'm moving them to their own location. We're gonna wrap around these power poles down here.
Did you just harvest a bunch of steel?
No. I would never.
You would.
There we go. Performance went back down. Can't count on anyone. Oh, is it technically easy or something? Maybe. Maybe not. No más, por favor. There we go. Done. Alright. Kind of like this, like a tree. Ooh. Alright, we're about to see how that works. Are you harvesting my stuff?
What?
Oh, dang time. What?
What?
Didn't say anything.
Yeah, I've got a little harvesting thingy on each of those weird new patch thingies.
Ah. Eventually it'll all be mine. Potential is limitless. All right. That's plenty of that. Yeller now. And my nose is really, really itchy, which means one of you punks is thinking about me, and you gotta stop that. Holy crap! My brain can't handle it.
Do you still have all those fluid tanks on you? Because I would like one. Woo!
Woo indeed.
Tanks.
Cake. Everybody likes cake. They smell. They make you cry. No. Got like cat hair stuck in my beard, my nose, like itchy as crap.
Alright. So yeah, we're pretty well harvesting all the resources, so.
Interesting. That's why it's the valuable resource with the purposes. I understand now. It's the universal currency. That's why it's important. Interesting that only certain things are actually in it, though. That's the part that fascinates me the most. That. Try and get our dependency off of this monster a little bit. There are much better places to waste our time and energy. Especially where we are an energy-based race. Pretty simple and rather straightforward. We don't need a lot of infrastructure to be able to run this. Resource allocation, though, as far as our power, is going to be a pain. So most products, most industry-based products that I will build will give me Technic signs.
Mm-hmm.
At 20. Where I'm gonna probably see some. Ammunition gives currency.
Really?
That one doesn't. That one does. That one does. Infinite rockets and resources. Yeah, there's a lot of potential, man. Anything extra? Is there an electric version? Because I am all about them electric versions. Dock. Throttle chest? Hard enough to accept the wires. Dust. Arctic Wall. Tell me, Arctic Wall. Yes, you are. And, come to find out, a really big gun. Interesting. Really big stuff is available. Pretty quick is what I'm learning. Wahoo, man. The power of soul or wind.
They're I like how they're using up steam, quote unquote.
Well, that's how they're determining their performances based on their steam.
Wind and everything.
Yeah. Not sure what's controlling that though. Who knows?
Yeah.
I need to find more things that are green. You guys are free. Go ahead. Wet. Contaminated mud. Get a little bit of spaces.
Hey, kid.
Oh, all those nasty. Oh. Interesting. So. Interesting. Not sure what to do with that. I mean, I don't think it has a sell value, but we could sell it for free just to get rid of it. Otherwise, it's gonna get dumb. Here.
What?
It's not even showing it there. Not showing it there. Technic signs are worth $900. Yeah, contaminated water is worth nothing. As far as I can tell, contaminated water has no purpose. Like, it's a byproduct, but you can't do anything with it. So, like, what the crap are you supposed to do with it?
I mean, I've always liked it when games add byproducts that just aren't really worth anything. Like, if they're what they're supposed to be a byproduct, you have to find a way to manage.
It's gonna be annoying as heck. I mean, we can do it, it's just gonna be annoying as heck.
I like the idea of just selling on the black market if it's not worth anything.
It has zero value on the black market. We'll make no money on it.
Yeah.
As far as I can tell, there's nothing to... Alright, I was saving up to build something. I forgot what.
Yeah, my headset battery's running low, so I might have to call the stream here soon-ish.
Full battery cell. Olives. Yeah. Bag granulate. Yeah, time was. Hours? Yeah, I might call it here in a minute.
We made a lot of progress on this world so far.
See,
the
the way I
radar
play,
system's going.
the way I play in general, I spend the first 2 or 3 days probably just kind of goofing around, like with what I'm doing right now, figuring out how things work, what they're for, all that jazz. And then once I've goofed around for 2 or 3 days, then I go, okay, let's build a base. And then I reorganize it all and build it into like a full-blown base that stays put, and I don't get rid of it at that point. I just let it do its thing at that point and slowly grow it. And then if I get far enough and technologies change and advance enough, then I'll flip it around and I'll rebuild it again. Kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're the one who put the radars in random places.
Yeah, I put a couple radars down there.
I was very confused.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find like the next islands essentially. 'Cause it looks like there's one up to our left. Looks like that might be the next one we can go for.
Potentially, don't see any resources on it yet. Here pretty quick once I start hitting certain limits of items. The idea is that I would hook up like an element replicator or whatever, produce whatever basic resource, and then have it dump into a supply chest. Like I'd put it into a top one, like a 10 megawatt one, put an 80% power reduction on it, or 80% efficiency on it, and then I would just have a giant brick of the maxed out rank one of these for 2 megawatts a piece. Have a giant chunk of them sitting there, building all of these intermediary products and just dumping them into a passive provider chest for like 1 or 2 stacks. And then once they fill this chest, they shut off. And then what I end up doing is I end up having this power grid running these guys that take 2 megawatts a piece, but they're successful, and they're just super, super power expensive. And then we go from there. Because one of the interesting things is I can actually get to the point where I can build solar panels using these. And I can throw all the solar panels down. And as I research the higher tier solar panel stuff, I'll build these guys that will build the upgrade piece for the bigger solar panels, and then I'll use those, line up and build giant solar panels, and I can eventually get to the big one. Eventually I'll get to the point where we'll be able to get guys for 46 megawatts a piece, and we'll eventually have a brick of those somewhere. It'll be like a gigawatt worth of power just there in a solar brick all the time. But it'll be pretty cool. We're gonna have all kinds of cool stuff like that we're gonna be able to build in this world. It's gonna take a while to build to that scale, but it's all possible. Anyway, I think we'll probably call it right here, actually. Pretty good stopping point. We've uncovered all kinds of stuff. We're still researching all kinds of fun stuff. Oh, something else to note. In general, it's gonna be really dangerous late game and to other islands and stuff, because essentially what'll happen is up to an enemy island and the enemies will be evolving with our science. So eventually we'll get to a point where we're really, really far in our science. We'll show up to an enemy island and they're gonna be like green tiered, ginormous, angry, wrecking us. And by then we'll have had to build like a very serious like power wall all the way out there, and then have a big enough power supply at home to be able to power that monster up with the incoming enemy waves and stuff. So all kinds of cool stuff we're gonna be able to do.
I mean, I feel like we're gonna have fun with like vehicles and stuff like that, like just going on.
Gonna be tons of vehicle rampages, all kinds of resource management. Trying to resource manage when it's power derived, that's gonna be kind of weird. I feel like to a certain point, we're most likely gonna have a lot of robots moving a certain percentage of our stuff around. Hopefully not too much, though. I don't want to go too nuts with robots. It gets really laggy and messy for all the extra parties involved. Power wall, I hope I get what I'm right. Oh yeah, all kinds of cool stuff. Oh yeah, the idea is if I have enough power, like I call it a power wall. You have a giant chunk of power at home that no matter how many lasers are firing over somewhere, still provide the power for those lasers, them running and safe while running your entire base. It's very expensive. The idea is that we're going to eventually have a base that's going to be a multi-terawatt base, and we're going to be using it all the time. And that's where the wind is going to be kind of a cheap method, because the tier 3 fins are 10 megawatts a piece. They're not even that expensive. So I'm not 100% on that. We are at the mercy of the performance. May raise and lower, so we might end up having just a billion solar or a zillion wind to try and power it, but we'll see. Anyway, we're gonna call it right here. We will definitely be back on. Let's see here, tomorrow. I'm not sure what the plan is for tomorrow yet. Like I said, I'm not feeling real great. I'm going to see the doctor tomorrow, find out if I'm getting a hip surgery or not. That'll be fun. And we'll see how life goes after that. Tomorrow afternoon or evening, kind of like today where I did a late stream. Might do something similar tomorrow with that. Otherwise, thanks guys for hanging with us. Leave a like. I love likes. Follow, subscription if you haven't already. As always, it's a pleasure having you with us. And we'll see you guys later.
Bye-bye.